We talked about meme coins performing very well earlier on today, but I did the math and I was very surprised by what I found. And this gives me a lot of confidence that Shiba Inu is on the verge of actually re-entering the top 10. And what we are seeing are very similar signs to early 2024, right before Shiba Inu had this major big boom in adoption, right? That led us to some of those early cycle highs that we haven't been able to touch quite yet. We're going to talk about all that, as well as a couple refresher things that I think people need to be aware of moving forward here. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So as the day has started to move on, it's about 9:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we've seen a day of red. That's not really surprising. We've talked about chop, we've talked about profit taking, and frankly, what we've seen as of late too is kind of those early day sell-offs and then late day rebounds. So we'll see if that's the way that things go. This will come out around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and maybe we're at a higher point in terms of Shiba Inu at that point in time. But what I will say I'm impressed with SHIB is its resilience, its conviction. And in fact, what we've continued to see is us get back on track with the summer of 2024. If you guys remember, we referenced this a lot moving through this trend, and lo and behold, we're back on trend here. And what this is showing is that if we stick to this perfectly, we may chop around until June before our extension. But the way that things are going in crypto as a whole and the way things are going for meme coins, I wouldn't be surprised if SHIB actually kind of gets a little bit extended and out in no man's land here, rather than following this. And the reason why I'm saying this is, one, meme coins have been the second best performing sector in the entire crypto market. All right. AI is number one at 65% gains in terms of the total market cap of AI assets since the early part of April. Meme coins have come in at 63%, number two. So what this really is, and people need to remember this, we're not in times of adoption. What we're seeing is a lot of the capital that was sidelined in the crypto market start to re-enter the space. And where it's really flocking to heavily is AI and meme coins. So when we're talking about the top 10 assets in the crypto market, Shiba Inu is very quickly accelerating towards re-entering the top 10. Now, currently it sits at number 13. This will show 15 again for those that aren't familiar. In my calculations, I do not count the stable coins in the market as assets in this range. So right now, Chainlink is number 10. And you guys can see that Shiba Inu is only about 17% move away from flipping Chainlink. Now, what's above here is Stellar, Avalanche, Chainlink. These are layer ones, layer ones, layer ones. Layer ones have performed well, but obviously not as well as meme coins. So just take a look here. You guys can see Shiba Inu on the last 7 days outperforming each three of these assets. So we could actually see Shiba Inu closing this gap very quickly. And in fact, since we talked about this back on April 12th, we have seen Shiba Inu somewhat close that gap. At that time, Chainlink was still number 10, number 12, right? And we were about a 17.5, 18% move away. So SHIB is slowly but surely climbing towards it, which is a great sign. But I will say that things may in fact accelerate here because, again, we're at a very different spot in terms of sentiment. A lot of the uncertainty in the market has become more certain. And again, instead of this potentially being a dead cat bounce in terms of USDT dominance, this is a confirmed move to the downside. All right. So things are in fact changing as a whole. What I do want to show here as well is when we look at, losing my train of thought here, when we look at the monthly chart in terms of Shiba Inu, there's a lot of lines on here, right? But what we're actually seeing on a stochastic RSI level is something very similar to what we saw in November of 2023 when the bull market cycle actually kicked off. So what that was a major boom across the crypto space. We're seeing those same signs right now. Meme coins are a central point of focus in the crypto market currently. And what history has shown us is that people outside the crypto space, especially retail, they're very much flocking to meme coins. So that is where the people that were saying that meme coins were dead and they were fading away and we've undergone a major shift, we haven't. In fact, right now, meme coins are kind of becoming an investor safe haven. I'm not saying that they're not volatile. I'm not saying that they're, the most resilient thing in the world, but we're seeing very distinct trends showing us that meme coins are actually primed for a major boom. And what I need to show everybody here is just a little bit of a refresher as well, is when we look at this bull market peak indicator, we're still at a 0 out of 30. So this major move, this major boom in the crypto market, the up only season, the thing that we've been waiting for hasn't even commenced yet. And that is one of the most exciting things I will say, where Shiba Inu has a real opportunity to re-enter the top 10 assets in the crypto space. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I find this stuff very interesting. And, maybe some people are bored by my content or don't like the data or don't like the fundamentals and they care about up only, and that's fine. Guys, I want to see the gains too. I want to see the consistent green, but I think it's very important that people understand these big shifts that are taking place in the crypto market. I think that's the best way to be successful, is to understand the moves that are taking place and not just be throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you think that SHIB is about to go on this major run? Are we about to see meme coins just blow through the ceiling? I think I talked about that earlier, but are we about to see this major boom take place? But have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.